Hey everyone, hello, Jim Nader here, going to come at you hot with a video essay on a topic I think we really need to talk about because it is going to keep happening and it is apparent that this is how things work in the FGC, at least currently. So, if you've been following Caliber News or FGC News for that matter, you know that WUFL is the We Play Ultimate Fighting League Season 1. They're doing a big 50 grand invitational for Soul Calibur on April 1st to 4th. This is in Ukraine, quite far for many people. Gonna pull people from all around the world, competitors and commentators. So, now I need to get to the point I want to make, which I wrote down so I can try to be concise. I don't want to ramble too long. I want to preface this video by saying I don't mean ill will towards the subjects, nor do I want to tear down the opportunities these people secured. Kudos to them, really. Now, with that said, the topic of this thing I'm going to call is optics, and what it means in the current Caliber FGC. Optics is how an event is perceived from the people at large. The key to good optics is to keep your audience, in my opinion, to keep your audience unknowingly in the dark about a facet of how said event works, or thing, or policy, you name it. You know, here's an example. Joe Schmo's promotion in the company looks good because he has a master's and has been with the company for over a year and he pulled himself up from his bootstraps. That's good optics. It looks good. It looks like he deserved it. Bad optics. He's rumored to be the boss's sweetheart and he sees smooching whoever every now and then. That's bad optics. It casts doubt on the legitimacy of how this person got into the position they are. Now, let's address how this all fits in together, the Ukraine Invitational. Now, this event is the April 1st. To be clear, my date right here is the 24th of February, 2021, 7:56 a.m. Eastern Time. This event is in a little more than a month. So, I wrote R, but if you're seeing this video later, you are absolutely deluding yourself if you think this organization is still actively searching for commentators and competitors. Do you have a passport? No? Well, good luck getting one in 4 weeks in COVID America. Seriously, you ain't gonna get it, even expedited. Good luck, schmuck. So, what this means is that the talent solicited to be a part of this event have already been contacted and or booked. And so with events of this nature, i.e. invitationals, participants are usually required to sign non-disclosure agreements, or acronym NDA, you've probably heard that before. It pretty much protects the company and pretty much prevents you from blabbing what the event's about because the company wants to reveal the event to build buzz and interest and make a good thing happen. They don't want some loser ruining it for everybody, which I agree with. Anyway, so... And how these events typically go is that this Twitter account right here will, over time, tweet, now introducing Bob from New York. He is playing Soul Calibur. He likes pizza and plays Siegfried or something, you know? They're gonna make a blurb and reveal a person one at a time to generate hype. Now, I have privy information that I know some of the commentators and I know some of the competitors. And this video specifically harps on the commentator side of it. So given non-disclosure agreements, you can't blab about it, right? But now let me just show the tweets to kind of demonstrate my frustration. So here's Zubaz. If you've been following online Caliber at all in the past year, you know who Zubaz is. He recently, about a month or two ago, announced his temporary retirement from commentating. I don't know the full story, I'm not friends with him, but essentially his internet is now crap and he's a little burnt out, so it's time for a break. You know, it's just not in the great position to do what he wants to do. So, now 3:26 p.m., this is yesterday, he releases his commentary reel for Soul Calibur 6. Need to click on it. Damn it. No, just want to click on the YouTube. You click on it. Nice 3-minute reel. It's a well-made reel. And then you got the views, subscribers. It's commentary reels don't get many views. And if you go to his other videos, you see he does like a little podcast in the past and a few like tech videos. But this is the extent of his YouTube page, is these videos and then the reel he just released. Now, that was 16 hours ago. 18 hours ago, I learned that Zubaz was a commentator. Now, why necessarily would you choose now to release your reel? Well, according to the source, I asked him myself, why coming out of retirement? Kinda coming back. I can semi-occasionally do events if given enough notice. I would need a few weeks' notice to find a place to take my setup. I don't have internet at my house, which is why I would need to move my setup. And and then he makes a GIF to this guy, Sabandus. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. I'm back in the foray. Gonna commentate some things. Good for you. However, the optics is, to me, this looks suspicious because I have insider info. To Joe Schmo, this just looks like he's doing what is expected to be considered as a commentator. Because let me take you down a little tangent here. To get a commentator job, if you ask commentators how to get a commentator job, especially in the FGC, you're going to get the universal phrase, you gotta make a reel. You gotta make a reel, and you gotta send it to who's looking for it, and you gotta put yourself out there. Now, Zubaz got this job already. He had no reel on his channel until after the job. I'm just saying, looks kind of suspicious. So, transitioning on, we can also kind of continue harping on Zubaz, but I want to curve to Danarai, who is, now I've not seen a total confirmation of Danarai, so hopefully this part of the video will be wrong and pointless when commentators are revealed, but I have a hunch that it will not be. So let's go from this 20-hour ago sane tweet. I wonder if we'll see commentary reels from commentators who want opportunity in Soul Calibur. And so here's Danarai right here. I would highly recommend putting a reel together for anyone wanting to become a commentator, which, sure, I have a reel. A lot of people have reels. JJJ has a reel, but this is not an endorsement of particular commentators. I want to make that clear. It should show a range of abilities, which can be difficult if you're starting out. We have a fair few opportunities from our grassroots scenes, so don't be afraid to ask TOs to comms. Now, this is partially true, but also partially misdefined. What I mean by that is that grassroots scenes indicate locals, right? You go down to the local shop to fight Joe and Bob and you make $20 if you win the bracket kind of stuff, or maybe more if it's a bigger local. These do not exist right now. All that we have currently are online brackets. And so, to get an online gig in Soul Calibur, I can tell you what you don't need. A freaking reel. You do not need commentary reels to get Calibur jobs to commentate NLBC or Boominati or whatever new tournament of the week is popping up now. Because there are many, many, many tournaments to compete in these days on the online sphere. Ooh, online. So, and here you go. This is how you get a job working in a stream as a commentator. This is the NLBC Calibur Discord. What happens is, pretty much, usually this guy, Sabandus, tags people and it's like, yo, who is ready to commentate? Who can do this? We need help. And then someone says, yo, what's up? I'm here. And that's it. You got the job. That's it. You just have to know the person to get into this locked Discord to then be able on pretty much the mailing list of whether or not you want to commentate. And Boominati League's the same damn thing. Here you go. Boominati World Takeover. Hidden thing, you know? I can scroll up and they need two commentators, need commentators, you know? And now there's nothing inherently wrong with this, especially when something as low stakes as online. But to continue to promote the idea that the reel is like one of the key elements to get these commentator jobs is demonstrably false. Demonstrably false. And this is just what I see in Calibur. I don't even know what goes on outside of Calibur. I have no clue. I really don't. So, anyway, that's the Danarai thing. And also, I'm going to continue on Danarai. So then I ask, but how can these reels be distributed without posting it every couple of days? Do people seek these out? And then he says, it's very similar to acting, in my opinion. A bigger org will put out a call for submissions where you'll send off your reel. Or if they're organizing stuff behind the scenes, they might do their own research. That's the important phrase right there. Or if they're organizing stuff behind the scenes, they might do their own research. So the thing is, how do you know what research they're using, what pieces they're looking for? There's no information in how you can score these positions you so much desire, because COVID is strangling offline competitive play. Or they'll ask production companies who've worked with comms before. So then I respond, before I learned who is commentating, where can I find notices of talent searches? 16 hours, no response. Again, he might respond later, who knows? But I just want to demonstrate this. And then 2 hours later, after I learned the fact that people have already been chosen, these are the people, I say, because I get emails from local casting companies, because I actually worked in that industry before COVID. Yes, I live in Richmond, Virginia. I have worked in film and theater. I am familiar to some extent about the industry around me. And I've seen no peep of anything you're talking about pertaining to FGC commentary. In terms of like big talent searches where you can actually get money and make a living off of that. Sure, people will post an open call because they're trying to do their online tournament, but that's not contextually accurate, given that this is a $50,000 prize pool tournament where 16 people are invited. You know, competitors or commentators and competitors are getting paid in some regard in this thing. You just don't know how. So, now, I have two more things I want to talk about before I end this part of the video. Okay, another part is the optics of Zubaz's Twitter presence. So, I already talked about this, the commentary reel. So then, let's go a little later in time, still yesterday, the 23rd, as you see, 8:05 p.m. IRM, I like to see a combo of these people on the commentary desk, otherwise called favoritism and hacks. SoCaliber 6. Cool. Now, the thing is, there's no indication of what he's talking about. He's just saying commentary. So then I say, where at? And then he says, at the invitational and all sanctioned caliber events. So he's a little bit more specific. He doesn't drop Ukraine, but contextually, this is all we're talking about right now. So it's a pretty fair assumption to know that he's talking about Ukraine. And Zubaz says, here's hoping. Here's hoping we get the commentary spot. Now, mind you, Zubaz commented first on this thread, but that's not really a smoking gun. I'm just saying this is poor optics given what I know. Just saying. So, one more thing. Then I made a tweet today, 7:12 a.m. Are people seriously operating under the pretenses that the Ukraine SC tournament hasn't already booked? Blah, 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 blah. We all want that shot, but and I already said this in the video. Pretty much what I just said. And then Zubaz replies, an event with this much money behind it surely had everything lined up prior to the announcement. They also do big esports events, so they know how to run something like this. So, with that tweet, he's effectively put himself into a spot where he has the job, but can't let you know he has the job, but keeps commenting on everything regarding that job. It looks very suspicious to me. And it'll look incredibly suspicious to me when he gets confirmed as commentator. And so, how do you get those jobs? Who knows? How do you do it? Anyway, this is part one. I'm a little erratic at times, but it's a thing that makes me passionate, This community makes me passionate, and this game makes me passionate, and it just seems like the way to get involved in the game now is just a very difficult path to navigate, and essentially you have to know the right people, and that's how many things have worked out. You gotta know the right people. A lot of people clearly don't. Thanks for watching this part, guys.